Patrick, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very happy to stand here with the support of our Indian partner, Mr. Subrata. Please come and join me, because we make the presentation together. He's from EPTISA. It's working? Thank you. He's from EPTISA, and we will show you what we will do in Muse grids. Please join me.
Hi, very good afternoon to all of you. I'm Subrata Mazumdar from EPTISA, working as a principal advisor. Patrick.
Thank you. So, Muse grid. What is Muse grid? It's a project that meets the energy transition and sustainable local grid to marry them. Energy costs in isolated systems sometimes 400% more than in bigger systems, 400% more. And the question is, should it stay like this? And we believe no. And not all isolated systems or islands can be interconnected in the next years. It will take some time, decades maybe, before they can be all interconnected. And what happens with those? Do we continue to subsidize this electricity? Or do we try to find solutions, smart solutions, to make these a sustainable local grid? And that's what we want to do here with Muse grids. So we have, I will skip this one. EASE is an association on energy storage, and we believe that energy storage in isolated system is crucial. It's a backbone, it's a facilitator. Without this, you cannot balance the system. So we push, amongst others, for this local community storage devices, which we believe will unlock these smart cities. We have in Muse Grid looked at how to demonstrate this. And we want to actually optimize the management of the local energy communities. That's the aim, to automate it and reduce the cost also to manage it. We have the aim to increase the renewable shares in the system, and we do this by having two physical demo sites. One is a city on the top of a hill in Italy, and one is a very rural part in Belgium where you have little interconnection. And we have also 3 virtual sites. One of them is in India, where we will have the numbers and the reality from the Indian situation taken up in the system and modeled through this. And I will hand over now to, here you can push on the next.
Yep. Thank you, Patrick. See, the success of any project definitely depends on the selection of sites, considering the constraints and the available resources. So, Patrick has explained about the grids, and I will explain about the Indian site, what we are planning to select or identify. So, while identifying the Indian site, some of the aspects what we have considered is the decentralized distribution and generation system, which could be one of the key driving force for getting success of the project in future. So, if Sundarban is the potential site for the energy this generation and distribution, and giving to the poor households in that area, which still being deprived, getting electricity in their houses and living below the poverty level. So that statistics justify the reason of, or the justification of selecting that site, because 60% of the households are getting with such benefit, but 40% is yet to get the benefit of get electricity at their doorsteps. As I said, the virtual site would be Sundarban in India, and the other one is Bali in Indonesia. So far, there are a lot of efforts have been made to give or to distribute power to the households of the Sundarbans, but even today it is not 100% success. Although the villages have near 100% success of reaching the electricity, but the households are still getting deprived. So we have to consider that aspect as one of the key factors. Then there are efforts from the state government and the other generating and distributing company to distribute the power. But one of the hardest and difficult and hardest part of distributing power to that part of highly fragile environmental area like Sundarbans is the proper distribution through the traditional or conventional system, and highly environmental fragileness of the largest delta mangrove forest in the world. So given on that, so we should consider some factors like the water body should not be polluted, because the current usage of the diesel gen set getting power to the household is making real havoc to the ecosystem of that highly sensitive environmental area of Sundarbans. So the other factors what is a constraint is about the revenue. The cost of distribution and reaching the power to the poor households are not getting returned by the people, because they are mostly below the BPL level. So with this, we have to consider all those factors while justifying the selection of site like Sundarban in India. Patrick.
So basically, to conclude this presentation, and I'm there obviously for questions, I want to in all details, we will use and monitor local energy consumptions and productions which exist there. We will simulate the village and part of the village to develop a local smart grid and allowing for exchanges. And that's also a tricky part, because when you talk about energy exchanges, you talk about markets, about remuneration, how we will handle this, because you don't give electricity for free if you have invested in a battery already. So how to do this? And to take also the industrial load and use the existing neighborhood battery, or make neighborhood batteries, and to have it evened out. Basically, the next steps after this, after we have demonstrated or we have calculated this, is to put it down and to demonstrate this. You're looking for ideas about what are the next steps, what are possibilities. It's exactly to put what we have calculated now in real term, putting the batteries down, getting this market started, getting this exchange started, and having it really working there on these islands. That's it from our side.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you.